Yo, good afternoon. Welcome to Habari Live. We're going to talk to you today with a very, very, very bright and up and coming artist from Tucson. She's doing her thing lately, man, and we've been checking her out and watching some of her videos online. And me myself, I just like what I was seeing and the energy she had on stage. It wasn't a whole lot of people in the crowd, but she was still being very, very positive, going into the crowd and talking and dancing with the people. And I just like what she was doing, man. So we're gonna talk to Julissa Lopez. I hit the womp womp, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna do a there we go. So, like I said, I was strolling through threads and I just was checking out things, just doing my normal just stroll. And I took a look at what you were doing, man, and I really, really liked it. I thought you had really great energy. And sometimes some people, they get down. They don't care, how many people are there. You start getting down a little bit. But I'm like, man, look, that takes something because I've been on stage before, so I know.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of stuff back in the day, but those days are over. I'm an old man. But we'll talk about it anyway.
Mhm.
I just, in those situations, it used to be hard to stay positive and still keep good energy going because you just in those situations, you just get But I'm proud of you that you're making strides and music is not it's not easy, man. And it's not for the faint of heart. So a lot of people think, oh man, you just go out there and make some music and tomorrow you're a star.
Mhm.
Nah, man, it's a lot of hard work. So tell us about how you first got into music. What was there a specific moment, a person that inspired you to pursue your career in pop music?
Yeah, yeah, this is so cool. I love your setup. It's so professional.
Thank you.
The lights, the camera. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me, by the way. I
No
appreciate it a
problem,
lot.
no problem.
Uh yeah, you know, my inspirations for the person that really inspired me to make music was
Mhm.
Rihanna. You know,
Wow.
I remember I was driving in the car with my mom
Mhm.
long time ago, and this girl started singing on the radio. I was like, "Mom, who is this?" She's like, "Oh, it's Rihanna." I'm like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Wait, this is really good." And I was like, "If she can sing like that," and I was like mimicking her. I was like, "I can sing like that,"
Right.
you know. I was like, "If Rihanna can do it, I can do it," you know. So that was like the number one person that kind of like sparked something in me
Yeah.
and made me realize like, hey, I can do this here. Because like I always thought you had to have like a big crazy voice, like
Mhm.
like Adele, Beyonce. They have these powerful, beautiful voices.
Yes, yes.
And Rihanna was the first one of the first artists that I've heard on the radio that
Mhm.
didn't have a really just had a different type of singing.
Right.
And I was like, I can do that. And so she really, really inspired me
Yeah.
so I can like start doing something with that.
That's dope. That's dope
Hmm.
because Rihanna, she's a big deal and she's to me, she's a better artist to me than Beyonce. That's my opinion, but I just think that she's the songs she creates, the way she creates is just on another level, man. And I do appreciate what she does. Where are you going? I appreciate what she does and everything that she brings to the forefront. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing
Hmm.
artist. So we took a look and listened to some of your tracks and we really like what we were doing. What would you say? What's your favorite track to perform when you're
Ooh.
out and doing your thing?
Yeah, my favorite track to perform at the moment right now is called Only One. It's not
Hmm.
released yet. There's like a snippet on my Instagram and a bunch of little TikTok shorts on my
Hmm.
TikTok of me performing it. That's the one I really really like right now that I
Yeah.
have a really good reaction with that one. And it's not out yet. It's
Hmm.
unreleased. So that's the one I really really love to perform because I just pull my all into it.
Yeah.
But as for if you're talking about like anything that's released, I really like performing MJ live because
Okay.
it's a more like of a it's like a party song where you can
Hmm.
just like bump and dance to it.
Right.
So that's the one I really like performing. That's already released.
Yeah.
MJ for sure.
Yeah.
I love MJ.
That's dope. That's really exciting that you're still and are you right? You're writing yourself, right?
Yeah, everything. I write everything. I just don't make
Yeah.
the beats. the beats.
Damn, I understand that, but you're writing your
Oh
own
yeah,
lyrics.
definitely. Mhm.
That's a big deal. You know, a lot of
Mhm.
these people out here, you know, everybody's letting. I'm not saying that having people write for you is a bad thing because it's also good also.
Mhm.
But to have that your own perspective is a big deal, and I think that's the secret to a lot of these people, especially like the Taylor Swifts
Mhm.
and those type artists.
Oh yeah.
They've able to give their own perspective, what they are being going through, and what they are seeing,
Mhm.
and I think a lot of people gravitate to that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most definitely. So nowadays it's tough. I know you're young, you're coming up and coming. You have a lot of influence from the girls who are a little bit more out there. How do you try to stay how you stay yourself
Mhm.
and not become what these other girls are
Mhm.
doing nowadays?
Yeah.
Not the Taylor Swift. She's usually pretty vanilla with what she does. She
Yeah.
doesn't go out there and do the crazy
Yeah.
the ice spice
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and
The
those
Miley
things.
Cyrus.
Right, right. So how do you stay in your lane and stay true to yourself and what you love?
Yeah, by that's a really good question, by the way. First of all, like I know who I am, deep down inside, and
Hmm.
in the outside too. Um, I know when something's not right or something doesn't feel right. I'm not gonna gravitate toward that. I'm gonna gravitate to things that feel right to my
Hmm.
soul and to me as a person and my image. So I'm never gonna like put myself in a position that will, make me feel some certain type of way or different way that's gonna like um make people look at me a certain way that I don't personally believe in.
Right.
So I'm a firm believer of like I am who I am and
Hmm.
I'm not gonna change,
Yeah. Yeah,
basically.
man. Stay true to yourself.
Hmm.
And you're coming from Tucson, right? You're
Tucson, Arizona. Yep.
born in Tucson?
Yes. Born
Okay.
and raised. Shout out
Born
Tucson,
and
Arizona.
raised for sure. I mean, I know that it's not a hotbed
Oh
for
yeah. Hmm.
artists coming out of
Yeah.
there.
I
How do
know.
you try to stay positive in the scene of
Mhm.
Tucson and try to get connected to other places throughout the state for people can try to learn who you are and what you bring to the forefront?
Yeah, definitely. So, Tucson, Arizona is more of like a old hip hop rap type of music scene over there, and
Yeah.
I'm currently trying to break the system. I'm trying to let people in Tucson, Arizona, and Arizona in general, but mostly where I am right now, which is Tucson.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spread the word as much as possible. So that's why I'm doing as much as I can, doing events and doing shows. I'm
Hmm.
promoting on TikTok, like, hey, I'm from Tucson, like open y'all's eyes.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just breaking the scene. People are starting to notice, which is really, really cool. Like, whoa,
Hmm.
we have a pop singer here. Like no one's. I've never heard of a pop singer in Tucson, Arizona. It's always been
Right.
rappers
Definitely.
and or like folk, music.
Yeah.
And so I feel like people are gonna be like, or they're gonna start turning heads. They are turning heads right now. And like I said, just I'm gonna keep on doing shows, keep on promoting, and all that
Hmm.
extra stuff.
Yeah.
And people are definitely looking at me. You know.
Yeah. I think you have something. I was telling my old lady, she's just like, who are you bringing on? I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, this girl, she has a chance, man. Because you can't, to me, you don't get caught up in what you're doing at the beginning. This is the beginning of your
Mhm.
career. So
Yeah.
when you see what a person is doing and their energy and how they hold themselves, what they're trying to do, the
Mhm.
songs that you're creating. And I think that this just gives you something that is not many people are doing out here. And I'm telling you, you're gonna have a chance to do something special. Because that's it's just about being different.
Mhm.
Everybody want to go down the same paths.
Mhm.
Take a different fork in the road. There's options,
Yeah.
and I don't think we all take those options.
Mhm.
So, how do you like how do you like the stage? What did you like? I know your show wasn't that great here today, but what did you do like coming? How do you like coming to Phoenix and trying to get people to know who you are out here in the city?
Yeah, basically, regardless of anything, like, I love performing.
Hmm.
Like, I don't care if it's like one person, two people, 10, 100, 200. I don't care. Like,
Right.
as long as I'm up and I'm just happy singing.
Yeah.
A really good friend of mine told me he said something really, really inspirational that stuck with me for like years and years. I remember he said to me, "It doesn't." I remember I was freaking out because I was at a show, one of my first shows, probably like
Hmm.
one of my like it was like a third show or something like that I ever done in my life, and there was like a little bit of people in the crowd. There was like 5 people. I was like, oh my gosh, there's not a lot of people here. He was like, hey, don't even look at that. Don't worry that. Even if it's one person in the crowd, you better sing to that one person and make them
Man.
feel so special. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it's one person, 5 people, you better sing directly to them and
Mm-hmm.
make them have the most best show that they've ever watching
Yeah.
from you. And I was like, wow. I was like, that hit me.
Yeah.
And because he was totally right. It's about who I'm performing for and the impact I'm, you know, showing them. And,
Mm-hmm.
word of mouth always spreads too.
Yep. Yep. And
Hmm.
it's always, you gotta think about it like this is practice.
Hmm.
You know, you do well in the situation, you get better on stage, and
Hmm.
every time you're on stage, you feel like you're getting better. Your
Hmm.
confidence is
Definitely. Yeah.
better.
Hmm.
That's how you get good. You start getting to this
Yep.
confidence, and you feel like, you know what, I'm so good at this, I can do this sleep.
Yeah.
And you start getting your own style and your own way of doing things,
Hmm.
and that's when you know you're getting good.
Hmm.
It's practice, just doing it just over and over to where it comes, it's just like walking,
Oh yeah.
and you're on stage and
Definitely.
you're like, this is how it goes down.
Mhm.
So what is your process to making some of your songs like MJ all your other tracks? What is your process that you go through to write a song, to get your lyrics? Do you cry for a little while? How do you get to it
Yeah.
to get your songs going?
Yeah, so all the songs I've ever written, it's always um whatever I'm feeling at the moment.
Hmm.
Most of the time it's always like, oh, I need to write a song. I'm feeling inspired or I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling happy. I'm like, I
Right.
need to write about this. So it's always an inner feeling in myself. I'm like, oh, I need to write something. And
Right.
then I pull out, the whole beats that I have saved in my phone, like, okay, which beat is the correct one that's touching my
Okay.
soul right now.
Yeah.
And so it usually happens like that.
Okay.
Or sometimes I just like push myself like, hey, let's write a song today, let's see what happens. But most of the time it's always a feeling inside me like, I want to write a song, I'm
Yeah.
inspired.
Okay. Because I mean, that's kind of how my process was in
Hmm.
life. I would take a beat, listen to a beat,
Yeah.
vibe with it. Then you feel like, okay, I
Hmm.
can I can get the chorus going. I feel where this is going. Then you can start getting a good vibe for the
Oh
song and
wow.
figure out where your lyrics are
Mhm.
going.
I'm glad
But
you know what I mean, because not a lot of people understand that. They're like, "Oh, you just listen to a beat." I'm like, "Yeah, I
yeah,
I go through hours of beat
hours
searching."
and just listen to them over and
Yeah,
over until
I'm
you
glad you
just pick that
understand that.
one.
You're like the first person to understand that. They're always like, "Oh, I have a melody in my head, or like I have a lyrics I written down, and yeah, it's always
Yeah,
yeah,
man. You want to feel that beat come in, and
yeah,
it's like, oh, that's it. That's the perfect
definitely,
one. And then, like I tell people like who know music, who
mhm,
love music, the notes start talking to you. And then
definitely,
that's
yeah,
when you get your
yup,
lyrics from the words, because it rides. You can hear
right,
the words in the beat. You're like, okay, I
hmm,
can see exactly what goes where and where exactly this song is going. And that's always a good part. I a lot of women who do pop music,
hmm,
they have their best album when they're in the midst of heartbreak.
yeah.
Do you think that that could be something that you could do to be more personable about your songs, bringing in tracks talking about your love life, things
Mhm,
that's happened in your past? Or
mhm.
do you think you want to try to be a little bit more private about things like that?
I definitely know that heartbreak songs are, worldwide relatable because
Hmm.
everyone has experienced some
Everybody's
type
just
of heartbreak.
definitely.
So, you can never go wrong with a heartbreak song.
Hmm.
So I'm always down to write a heartbreak song. But I also write like lyrics, like that are specifically what I personally been through,
Hmm.
and I'm starting to write more of that
Okay.
because I'm doing an EP real soon. I'm creating an EP, and I have some of the lyrics written in there, and some songs talking about actually my own personal experiences
Yeah.
besides heartbreak. So
Hmm.
a little bit both. I'm doing both.
That's cool.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. I think, as you get older and you go through things, you'll get more in tune with that, and you'll feel, man. Me myself, I talked about personal things I went through, but I never
Hmm.
was able to be personable.
Yeah, I get
And
you.
I can talk about things that happened to me in the streets,
Hmm.
but I never wanted to really talk
Me
about my
too.
my
Yeah.
feelings.
Hmm.
And I think I didn't want to be that vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of people in hip hop are changing lately, with the
Hmm.
Juice Worlds and these people who are being
Hmm.
more emotional
Hmm.
about things that's happening to them.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's awesome. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You don't want to just be mad. We
Yeah.
can't just show anger in
Yeah.
hip hop all the time, and
Yeah.
and in music
Of course.
period. We have
Uh-huh.
to love, man, used to be so big
Mhm.
and a big part of music, and I think that we're losing touch on those a lot.
Mhm.
we don't have the love like we used to. They don't have people singing about love like they used to, and I miss those days,
Mhm.
because it's always important. So, what is some of the pitfalls of being an Arizona artist?
Oh, yeah.
How
Mhm.
do you find the music scene here? And are there any venues or cities that you would love to perform in, or that you like, this is my wish venue,
Mhm.
or anything like that in that manner?
Yeah, like I said earlier, where I'm from, Tucson, Arizona,
Hmm.
uh, the music scene, like I said, it's like mostly rap or old hip hop, that type of music. There's not
Hmm.
really like a pop scene over there.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to break that. And my dream venue in Tucson, Arizona is Rialto Theater.
Okay.
Um, it's one of oh, Rialto Theater and then the TCC. The
Hmm.
TCC is the main one. That's where like the bigger artists go, like
Yeah.
Hosier. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hosier.
No.
Hosier, that's where mostly the big artists go, like Bad Bunny. He's been to the TCC when he was
Oh.
barely
Okay.
coming up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like the big one I really want to go
Yeah.
to, and also Rialto Theater. That's where the little ones kind of go to. Like I think
Hmm.
Famous Dex. I'm not sure if you know him, anything like that.
No.
I believe he performed there. I forget. No, yeah, he did. Famous Dex. It's like when they're so Rialto Theater is when they're on the come up, and
Okay.
TCC is like they're there.
You're already big.
So yeah,
Yeah, Big Bunny, baby, or whatever you gonna call him. Big,
Bad
what is
Bunny.
it? Bad Bunny, big baby Bunny. My bad. But yeah, Bad Bunny, man, he's
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
great. Oh my
dude
gosh.
is.
Hmm.
He is. I would say right now, you would call him one of the number one artists in the world. Maybe. I mean, it's when you going by numbers.
Yeah,
This dude is just doing excellent numbers, man.
it
It's
definitely is.
amazing the shows that he packed, and people love his on stage show, man. I've seen some of the stuff, man. It's what he's doing on stage is crazy.
Hmm.
So you got to give it up to bro, man. He's doing big stuff.
Oh
Hopefully he
yeah,
can. You got to give it up to him.
definitely.
So I know there's a lot of challenges that you're facing nowadays, trying to be online. You got to do
Hmm.
social media
Yeah,
nowadays. Do
yeah.
you feel any pressure to have act a certain way on social media to get people to follow you, to to uh
Hmm.
to do some of the trendy stuff that all the rest of these
Yeah.
girls are doing, to try to get people to pay attention to you?
Definitely, yeah. It's a lot of work. It's kind of annoying sometimes
Hmm.
because it's all like algorithms and people have short attention spans.
Yes,
So
they
there's a
do.
certain format you have to make your videos in, how fast you have to make it, how short, what
Hmm.
cuts and all that stuff. It's all in here because I know what to
Yeah.
do. It's just exhausting sometimes because you got to do it every day.
Yes, you do.
You know, yeah, I saw the saying online. It's like musicians can't be musicians; they have to be internet. I forgot internet.
Social media managers.
Yeah, they had to be like content creators. They
Yep.
can't just be musicians anymore. They
Nope.
had yeah, yeah. So I'm still navigating that, but it's just hard posting every day.
Man.
Sometimes you get lazy, but it's something you have to do because that's the world we live in today. That's how you get your voice heard.
Hmm.
So it is very challenging sometimes to me, but I just got to suck it up and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunately, to bring it back to myself again. That's I had problems with that. Even today, we I just don't like just just going online and just putting the phone in my face. Be like, hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I like having my shit together.
Mhm.
What I'm doing, what I'm about
Mhm.
to say, who I'm talking to. That's the way I like to do things. If
Mhm.
I'm going live, I just can't go on there and just freestyle what I'm
Right?
doing. I
Yeah.
like to have my pigs in a whatever you want to call it in a row. I mean, you want to have things together. And
Mhm.
I feel like though people just go online and they can just do crazy stuff. They just go online and say crazy stuff,
Mhm.
and they get a lot of following from those things. But why can't we just let the music talk anymore? Why
Yeah.
does it have to be all this craziness? I mean, it's just
Yeah, I definitely agree.
it's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's why I knew I wasn't gonna make it anymore. Once the internet blew up, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna be for me.
It's a different game. It's you got to learn how to play it, you
Yep.
know.
You
Mhm.
gotta, yep. You gotta be able to navigate these things.
Exactly, yeah.
You gotta be able to make people feel like they are part of what you're doing, and that's what people want to do.
Mhm.
So you have a creative vision that you're trying to follow.
Mhm.
What message or feeling do you feel that your audience take away from your music?
Yeah. Um, au- authenticity
Hmm.
is a
Yeah.
big word. Just my personality, like,
Yeah.
and just the fact that It's just the fact that there's a pop singer coming up from or coming out of Arizona. I really want people to focus on that. Like, oh, I want Arizona to have, especially Tucson, Arizona. I
Yeah.
want them to have their own thing. Like, you know how like Jesse Reyes has Toronto, Drake has Toronto.
Right.
I mean, Toronto has Drake, Toronto has Jesse Reyes.
Yeah.
You know, these different states had different celebrities and artists. I mean,
Yeah.
and I want Arizona to be put on the map because of
Yeah.
me. You know,
Right.
I want them to say Arizona has Julissa Lopez. You know, she
Right.
made it out, especially Tucson. You
Yeah.
know. I don't think anyone has made it out yet, except for there is this Mexican singer named Luis Coronel.
Hmm.
He's the only one that's made it out, Tucson, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's what I know. But like, we need someone to like
Yeah.
put Tucson on the map, you know, because I do have a couple of friends in Tucson, Arizona that are very very talented. It's just
Hmm.
like what you said, the social media and like, oh, they have to be like a content creator. It's
Yeah.
hard. It
Yeah.
really is hard. And so I really want to be the inspiration for very talented
Yeah.
artists in Arizona, not only just pop, but R&B and the other genres besides pop and hip hop, you know?
Hmm.
And basically,
I
yeah.
want to ask you a personal. How old are you?
I'm 22.
22?
Yeah.
I thought 18. That was my guess, 18. But that's dope, man.
Mhm.
You're young, and this is the best time to attack this stuff, man.
Definitely.
Attack it when you're young and you have the energy
Mhm.
to keep going. I I want to give you a hand for that because when I was 22,
Thank you.
I was somewhere fucking off. Excuse
Oh.
my language, but I wasn't doing the things I was supposed to
Uh-oh.
be doing. You know what I mean? And I love music, but
Mhm.
I just couldn't get it. You know, I couldn't focus where I needed to, man. You know,
Mhm.
everyone when you're that age, you want to party.
Yeah.
You want, you see girls, you party, and you want to have fun, 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 and you just don't think about, man, this is gonna end. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? We're not gonna be this young forever.
Oh yeah.
So I really do applaud you for taking advantage of your time, man. Because
Mhm.
I think I started really taking advantage of music when I was 29, 28. Like
Mhm.
I waited too late, And I think sometimes we get in front of ourselves because we don't think that we can do it.
Yeah.
And so what gives you the confidence to say, you know what,
Mhm.
I'm getting up, I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Yeah, going back to like the whole age thing, I get in my head a lot about that, you know?
Hmm.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm like 22, like I should have made it already because I'm seeing like singers out here that are 16, 18, like
Right.
blowing up. I'm like, damn, like am I late? Like what's going on? And then it's just the noise. You got to get rid of the noise. Who cares if you're 22, 30, blah blah blah, as long as you have good stuff. You
Yeah,
have good stuff.
that's true.
The person's not gonna be like, oh, how old are they? They're not gonna say that when you hear your music. They're
No,
gonna be like, this
definitely.
is tight, this is
Right.
good, I like the song. Who are they? That's it.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, those are the first initial questions.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, how old is she? You know, like where does she live? Like, you know, it's like this music's good. Let me add it to
Right.
my playlist.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? And I got to get out of my head about my age and like that type of stuff. And so
Hmm.
sometimes the whole age thing kind of blocks me. But it's just noise. You got to get it out. And I also look and there's like you know, I look at famous artists and stuff that made it like 27,
Yeah.
28,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, there's like a lot of artists that I look up to that made it
Hmm.
later on in life, later
Yeah.
in the late 20s, not later
Right.
on in life, the late 20s. And
Right.
at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. As long as your music's good, it's good.
Hmm.
You just gotta stick to it.
I mean, your age, I think it's important because you want to give yourself as much time as possible
Hmm.
because you may not make it through where you want to
Yeah.
until you're 27, 28. It may
Hmm.
take that 7, 8
Yeah.
years. You got to have that grind and that attitude of I'm gonna do it in you.
Hmm.
Because sometimes it doesn't happen overnight.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
overnight of
Hmm.
success might be 10 years.
Hmm.
People don't know what you didn't put in.
Yeah.
People don't know the work. They just knew you. They didn't know you yesterday, and
Hmm.
today they do. So
Yep.
they think, oh, she just blew up overnight. That's how
Yeah.
people are. And
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
you've been working your butt off for 10 years
Hmm.
to get where you're at.
Hmm.
And you're already driving from Tucson to Phoenix. You're very nice to people. You was very nice to me. You didn't know who I was, and you was nice, and you keep your word. That's that's a big one.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of these artists today, they don't keep their word, and that hurts them
Hmm.
because when people think of you And if they think of you as something negative, that's going to hurt your career.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
got to think of, man. I'm giving you advice because you're young, up and coming. But
Mhm.
I wish someone told me these things when I was younger. When I was younger,
Mhm.
take advantage of the things that's presented to you, and take advantage of them with a smile, because you never know who that person may be tomorrow. You never know who you may need tomorrow.
Mhm.
Try not to burn your bridges, because I'm telling you, that might be your only way across one day.
Yeah.
And you didn't burn that bridge. Now you like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, try to be cool, man. Try to be nice. Don't let these people get to you, because I know, I know how it is. It's tough. And this environment online is tough.
Yeah.
People are
Mhm.
evil. They say
Yeah.
evil things.
Yeah, they do.
And you gotta just gravitate to the positivity and
Mhm.
keep it going, man. Because like I said, I really like what you're doing. And your manager, he seems like a great guy, and he's doing what he can to make sure you do it in the right place.
Mhm.
If there's anything in the future that I can do to help you guys, anything we have going on, I hit you guys up. Fly up, come up, fly up, drive up, and we'll make it happen.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
what's your next move? What are you planning on doing? I heard you got an
Mm.
EP coming out. You got any shows that's up and coming? Any exciting projects, collaborations?
Yeah. Actually, on the November 15th, I have a show at Groundworks. Yeah, I have a show the 15th on Groundworks, and then literally the day after, I have another show. It's near the Tucson Mall.
Okay.
It's gonna be by a restaurant over there at the Tucson Mall area.
Yeah.
It's like an event where there's gonna be cars there, and then they asked me to sing. So
Okay.
it's like a little, I know how to explain it, where people set up tents and sell their own things, and there's cars. Like it's like a
Yeah.
little cool community event that people go to.
Yeah.
So I had those two shows back to back, and like I said, like the EP coming up. That's in. I'm going there December 12th all the way to 12th to 15th. Flying to Seattle,
Okay.
Washington to record the EP at Robert Lang Studios.
Okay.
And I got invited out there. They found me on Threads
Wow.
because my Threads was like blowing up a little bit. And someone's like, "Hey, I love your voice. Let's do something."
Hmm.
And yeah, I got invited out there, and I was like, let's record an EP. I never recorded a studio EP
Yeah.
before. It's always just been my phone.
Right.
And so the fact that like I'm gonna fly out there, and
Yeah.
like the people that have recorded at the studio is like Malcolm Moore, Nirvana,
Wow.
Kurt Cobain,
Wow.
is crazy. I'm like, what?
That's dope, man.
Right? Thank
That's dope.
you.
Hey, that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Now go out there and do your thing. Show up. Do your thing. Be professional. You
Yeah,
know what
of
I mean?
course,
And
always.
good things and could keep coming to you,
Hmm.
because you stay professional, and you take advantage of the opportunities that you're facing.
Exactly.
That's gonna do really. I'm telling you, you'll do really well. And you're very humble. So that's what people like. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
they hate these people that's difficult, man, and prima donnas. No, everybody think there's somebody above everyone else. When you
Hmm.
meet someone that looks at you eye to eye, and that's refreshing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because everybody's fucking assholes. But
Yeah.
so tell everyone how to get in contact with you,
Hmm.
how to follow you online, your Instagram, your threads,
Hmm.
and let people know a good way to follow you online.
Yeah, I mostly use Instagram and TikTok. So my Instagram handle, in my Instagram username, it is it's underscore Julissa underscore Lopez.
Okay.
And my TikTok is basically just Julissa, two A's at the end, and then I should pop up. I have
Okay.
that little red backdrop picture of me, my face in the red backdrop. So that's me. And for music wise, all my music's all on all music streaming platforms. So just
Okay.
literally type my name, Julissa Lopez, and then it should pop up there.
All
That's how
right,
y'all can
man.
listen to me.
Okay, Julissa, we really appreciate you stopping by, man. I know you had a busy night tonight, but we wanted to go ahead and do something special for you, and make sure that people know who you are and what you have going on. And I think we did go live on this, so you can go to Habari Entertainment YouTube, and you can download it, and you can go to Facebook. It'll be on there. But if you need us to, we'll send it over to you also.
Yes,
So
definitely.
for
Hmm.
sure, we really appreciate you stopping by, and we appreciate my old lady for being the engineer, even though she kind of sucks.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Don't listen to
I'm
him.
just messing with her. She knows she dope. All right, man. We'll check y'all out. See y'all next Saturday.
Thank you.
Peace. You can just end it. Just do a fade to black and we out of here. FTB.